From Pat Galvin Gym here at White Bear Lake High School, it's girls basketball on the air tonight as the White Bear Lake Bears take on the Stillwater Ponies. Good evening, everybody. On behalf of our entire SEC Sports crew, I'm Patrick Lilia with you this evening from White Bear Lake. A little bit of a later start tonight. It was Parents' Night tonight as everybody getting a moment with their parents prior to the game, as we will get set for basketball with starting lineups coming up about a minute and a half away or so. White Bear Lake coming in on the season with a record of 7-9. It's been a little bit of a tough go lately. They've lost 5 out of 6, have White Bear Lake. Took on a really tough Creighton-Durham Hall last time out, as the Bears will look to bounce back from that difficult loss against number 4 Creighton-Durham Hall. The Raiders winning that game 62-34, the finals. You got to look at some of our pregame action. Everybody looking on with Tim Pepper looking down at his group. And 40 seconds to go before we hit the starting lineups. Always nice to check out some of the pregame sounds around the arena as the fans all finding their way into the arena. Really good crowd on hand tonight. We'll take a look at the Suburban East standings. These two teams sitting right in about the same position, Stillwater and White Bear Lake, 7 and 8 respectively. 2 and 4 both in conference play tonight. This will be the first of 2 meetings on the season between the Bears and the Ponies. They'll meet up on February 12th in Stillwater. Last year, the Bears ended Stillwater's season in the sectional round. Some of these returning Stillwater players may be looking for a little bit of payback tonight if the Ponies can get the victory over White Bear Lake. Bears will be in the home black with orange. Player to watch for White Bear Lake, Chloe Thiessen, averaging 13.3 on the season so far. Her best game of the year came back in December where they scored 21 against Champlain Park. That was in a loss against the Rebels in mid-December before the holiday break. And for Stillwater, Addie Bergstad. He comes in averaging 13 points a game. Her best night also 21. That was a victory over the South St. Paul Packers right before the holiday. Anthem as we welcome you back in here to White Bear Lake High School. Last year, the team split in the regular season meetings, and then the Bears won in the section semifinal. So the Bears actually going for their 3rd straight combined win over Stillwater if they can get the victory tonight, as we will get our starters introduced. For the Ponies, that'll be Olivia Matiski, Addie Burt. Take a look at the previous meetings between the Bears and the Ponies. We mentioned White Bear Lake winning 2 of the 3 meetings last season, including that close-fought sectional semifinal. Back to our starting lineups. Matuski, Bergstad, Avery Newman, Annika Schumann, and Robin Thury will be the starters for Stillwater tonight. As the Bears starters introduced, Amelia Post, Maddie Thompson, Gabby Hartzell, Sophie Menier, and Chloe Wiesen will be the starting five for the home Bears tonight as they play the pump-up video on the screen to our right. Head coach Jeremy Post in his 20th season at the top here in White Bear Lake, 380 wins for Mr. Post. Try to make it 381 this evening. Bears will go left to right on your screen here in the first half. The Ponies right to left. Ponies are in the road white with the the red numbers. Red trim. The Bears are in the home black with orange numbers. Looking forward to what should be a fun one tonight. Always close when these two get together, evidenced by last year's 3 meetings. As Sophie Menier will take the opening face-off against, opening tip against Addie Bergstad as the Bears control the opening tip as they'll work it into their front court with the basketball around on the perimeter. Now they work it down out of the near side as it'll come inside. It was tipped away, able to be recovered as it's worked back out. Bears at the top of the circle. Now they lob it to the edge of the lane. Thinking about the 3 and not taking it with Hartzell as Hartzell will send it back out. 17 still to shoot, so plenty of time as it's loose and stolen by the Ponies. As the Ponies will work into their front court with the basketball for the first time. Worked back up top from Newman. Lob pass near side. Matiski thought about the 3 as it works toward the top of the free throw circle as now Matiski will drive in, double teamed, offensive foul. Immediately a couple of defenders came in to meet Matiski and she's called for the charge. First team foul, first personal on Matiski. As the Bears take over on the turnover, looking for the game's first points. They'll work Hartzell on the perimeter. Now Hartzell finds her way up around to the far side in the lane. Bounce pass underneath, out of bounds off of Stillwater as they were trying to get it for Wiesen in the paint. Little over a minute gone by in this first half. Quick trigger 3 from the corner. That's not able to go. Matiski's got the rebound. And the 3 was taken by Wiesen. Annika Sherman sizing things up. Sherman for Matiski. Stillwater again will work the perimeter as well. Now they get it inside underneath. Shot is short, trying to be taken by Bergstad. And the rebound carried up court by Wiesen. Wiesen sees it worked around to the corner. 3 from the other corner, that's no good. A couple of Stillwater players nearly collided going for the rebound as the Ponies carry it back into the front court with the basketball as it'll be kicked back. Matiski letting it cross court. As Newman gives it off up top, now takes it back from Sherman. Newman 3 on the way, no good. And the rebound for Wiesen. Still looking for our first points, a little over 2 minutes into the game. Bears looking to even their record at home on the season. Pull-up jumper from the baseline for Wiesen is good, and the Bears finally find the first points of the game. Now Stillwater back into the front court with the basketball. They'll leave off for Newman as Newman leaves it inside for Bergstad. Bergstad off the window, ties it up. Well, the leading scorers pick up the first buckets of the game for both teams. Bears trying to break some defensive pressure as a three on the way for Thiessen, swishes it down. So 5 quick points for Chloe Thiessen. And the Bears back in front, out of bounds. It'll go over on the turnover. Now Thiessen showing the short range and then the long range on her 2 buckets. Bears able to come into the front court with the basketball. Thiessen will take another 3 on the way. That one splashes down. Some good ball moving to get their top scorer open, and she's got all 8 so far for White Bear Lake as the Bears have a 6-point advantage here in the early minutes. Lob pass far side for Matiski. Matiski kicks it back out from the arc. Newman. It worked back for Matiski in the far corner, driving the lane, and having it blocked was Thury as it'll come back the other way for White Bear Lake. Bounce pass into the lane is White Bear Lake again working the perimeter. Tip back toward the timeline, but able to be recovered by Post. 3 on the way from the far corner. That's well short as it'll be rebounded by Newman. Ponies looking to break the drought. They only have the 1 bucket here in the first 4+ minutes of the game. Matiski will take the open 3. That's no good. Battle for it, able to be pulled down by Thury, who couldn't get it to go. And the Bears eventually able to pull it away. Offensive rebound chance for Stillwater. They can't put it back. Bears work post open for 3. That's good. 9-point lead for White Bear Lake as the 3s are dropping early for the Bears. 3 early trays for White Bear. Matiski starts her drive from outside the arc. She's triple teamed and put it in the lane where it's intercepted by Post. Post quickly ahead into the front court, off glass, good. Bucket goes down for Maddie Thompson. Timeout Stillwater. An 11-point lead for the Bears here in the early minutes. With 12:55 to go. Chloe Thiessen has 8 points. 30-second timeout for the Ponies. Only bucket so far for Stillwater, the Addie Bergstad layup. Bears getting a lot going well in the transition game so far. They've worked a couple of open 3s. And then there was that bucket a moment ago for Thompson. Now the Bears are making quick shot selections early, and they're making the most of them. Well, Stillwater will come out of the timeout, trying to claw their way back from this early 11-point deficit. So Robin Thury will inbound from underneath her basket. Donica Sherman will come ahead with it. Sherman works it off toward the far side. Maddie Rupp, an early entry off the bench here for Stillwater. Rupp will send it cross court for Matiski. Matiski tried to get it on the baseline for Sherman. It was a little behind her, and the Bears come up with the steal. Thiessen back at the other end, trying to drive the lane, and that is blocked by Bergstad, and Stillwater will come back the other way with it. Lob pass over everybody, out of bounds. The turnover is a little bit of an issue for the Ponies in the early going. Post carries ahead for White Bear. about to cross the 6-minute mark of the first half. The 11-point early advantage for the home Bears. In the paint, backing down as it's tipped back out beyond the arc. These in another bounce pass into the paint and traveling. Ponies work back in with it. Matiski at the top of the circle. Rupp. Rupp is guarded as she tries to work around the outside. Now here's Rupp again with Thompson on her. Rupp works it into the far corner. Matiski. Rupp again, sizing things up. 10 to shoot. Rupp trying to generate some space. She'll have to give it off once again. Sherman. Floater from the lane is good. Oh, an important bucket for the Ponies. Get it back down to single digits as Annika Sherman finds the hoop for the first time. Lob pass into the lane that was nearly stolen away, able to be recovered in the paint by Sophie Menier. Post will take another three. That's off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll go over to Stillwater. Checking in for Stillwater, Katie Jacobs. Ponies work into the front court with the basketball. Maddie Rupp will give off for Jacobs, just in the game off to the bench as Jacobs working the perimeter. That really tight interior defense for the Bears that's keeping the Ponies working that arc. And travel, or beg your pardon, it'll be a foul on White Bear. First team foul against the Bears. As it'll be picked up by Lauren Setterlin. Inbounds foul off the shot from the paint, so the quick shot taken by Leah Perry for Stillwater, and she'll go to the line. First free throws of the game coming up. Perry gets the first one. Well, both teams mixing and matching their lineup a little bit. We work our way through this first half as Perry hits them both. 7-point lead for the Bears. And the inbound will come in for Marin Peterson. Left off for Thompson as Thompson working the offense. Beg your pardon, Freya Sanders out there for the Bears as the ball works off toward the far side. Thompson trying a little pick and roll in the lane. She's fouled as she'll go to the line. It was a nice pass as Thompson was coming through the lane. She got the pass from Sanders. First free throw is good as the foul went on Perry. That's her first and the second Stillwater team foul. Second free throw is no good, but the rebound able to be corralled by the Bears for the offensive board as Post will give it up onto the far wing. Now Post will take it back on the logo. Sets up Thompson, trying to work it inside. Pass outside, 10 to shoot. Loose ball able to be gathered in by Post. As Post trying to drive the lane, it's stolen. And it'll be carried back the other way by the Ponies. Haley Pepper working things from the top of the circle. As here's Matiski. Pepper will give off once again on the far side. It'll be Matiski. Trying to open things up on the three is Matiski in the lane. A nice feed streaking through for the bucket as able to be put down by Perry. So Perry's provided a few points off the bench already for the Ponies. She's got 4. Bears on top by 6 halfway through this first half. In the lane, it'll be kicked back out. 3 on the way. No good for Wiesen. Head into the front court for Jacobs as Pepper will work things back for Jacobs. Jacobs into the corner for Bergstad. Just nothing really going inside for Stillwater right now. Long pass on the baseline pulled down by Bergstad. She'll send it out on the far wing for Matiski. Matiski trying to spin inside. She does, and traveled before the shot. Again, a product of just that stifling defense. The Ponies just not finding much room inside so far tonight. Really good defense on that last sequence from Gabby Hurt. So with the puck, or the ball will work back through the paint. 3 on the way for Wiesen. Goes off the top of the backboard. Inbound for Pepper. Matiski will give off back for Pepper. Matiski. Pepper trying to get it inside. It's able to be pulled down by Thury as Thury had it knocked away. Loose ball in the paint, able to be corralled again by the Bears. It'll be nearly stolen. It's loose in the backcourt, but the Bears able to get it back. Herzl has had a really good night defensively. She had another good one on that sequence before. There throws it out of bounds. Sherman trying to work it up top. Pass tipped away in the lane. They were trying to get it down low for Bergstad, and it was stolen. Wiesen quickly in transition the other way out for Post. Post, the floater goes high up, doesn't go down off the rim. Newman was trying to get it inside. Bergstad is tied up with Manier. Possession arrow favors Stillwater, so it'll stay at this end. Inbound for Thury, can't get it to go too strong. Offensive chance, a foul. We'll see if it was called on the shot or after. Looks like it's going to be on the shot. So that will send Bergstad to the line for a pair. First one rattles around and down. And got them both. And the Ponies on an 8-1 run after they were down 13-2. Now they're down by 4 with 6:50 to go in the first half. Kicked back out for a 3 on the way. That is good. Threes continuing to fall for the Bears as the 3 goes down for Manier. Pepper working it around, is trying to get it inside with Matiski, and that's stolen. Ahead for Wiesen, and one. Another transition bucket and the foul. The Bears have done quite well in transition in this first half. Another fast break bucket for White Bear Lake. Free throw doesn't go. Rebound comes loose in the corner. And a foul is going to go on the Bears in the corner. Be the second foul on Marin Peterson. Fourth team foul for White Bear Lake. Bears back up by 9. Trying to get it inside for Thury. It's loose on the floor and eventually corralled by the Bears. Post speeding into the front court with it. Quick trigger 3 on the way for Peterson is no good, but the rebound comes back to Post. And then it's stolen going back the other way by Pepper. She's fouled and she'll go to the line. Allie Pepper will go to the line. Fifth foul on the Bears. Thiessen was called for the foul. The first free throw is good. Lauren Setterlin back in for the Bears. 5:46 to go in this opening half. A 7-point lead for White Bear Lake. We'll get Annika Sherman back in the game for Stillwater as well. Thiessen works it out of the corner. Bears trying to find some room inside if they continue to work the perimeters. It comes to Thiessen in the near corner. Thiessen, lob pass now with under 10 to shoot. Kicked into the far corner, 3 on the way. That's off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll be for White Bears. I'll say the Ponies player touched it before it officially went out of bounds. That was Newman who was trying to keep it in. So the Bears get a little bit of a break as they'll inbound again with 3 to shoot. Got to get it off on the baseline, and a shot clock violation forced by the Ponies. They'll just let it play out. And the Ponies come back into the front court with it. High arcing 3 on the way for Matiski doesn't go. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. The Bears up 7. Led by as many as 11. Nice pass inside. Thiessen off the window. 12 for Chloe Thiessen, which is just 1 point short of her season average. Inside for Thury, that's stolen. Post into the front court with it. Post leaves for Thiessen. Post taking it back as she's guarded by Sherman on the way. Another 3 for Thiessen, that's no good. As the rebound for Thury. Stillwater needs to get something going here late in this first half. They'll flip it into the corner. 3 on the way for Newman, no good. A rebound for Bergstad as Bergstad fights her way to the rim, can't get it to go. Out of bounds over to the Bears. Have a Pony down on the floor. Jeremy Post a little frustrated about something going on. It's Matiski able to get to her feet. She'll check out. Post outside the arc. They work it inside for Sanders. Floater from the lane rolls down. Ponies working the front court with the basketball. We've got 3 minutes to go in this first half. Story of the night, the stifling defense by the Bears so far, as stepping out of bounds on the baseline for the Ponies was Rupp, as it'll be another turnover. Wiesen works it off for Post. It'll come back for Sanders, who kicks it out beyond the arc once again. It's a stolen, trying to get it back for Post. The other way, fouled underneath the basket is Sherman, as then Post, I think, hit her head on the bleachers. That's a tough moment for Post. Amelia Post still down on the baseline. As a steal by Sherman with Post in pursuit. Yeah, that's a tough one. As hopefully Amelia Post will be okay. She steps to her feet. She'll take a seat on the bench. Well, Sherman will go to the line to shoot a pair. 16 foul on the Bears. Got the first one. Second one too strong. As the Bears pull in the rebound, and then a foul on the Ponies. Just the fourth Pony foul with 2:39 to go in the half. Bergstad picks up the foul. That's her first. Bears working the arc. Wiesen, bounce pass inside. That'll be kicked out by Sanders. Three on the way, off the inside rim, no good. Newman. Maddie Rupp works it around the perimeter as well. Rupp on the far base, or near baseline, I beg your pardon. And we'll get a foul turnover by the Ponies. It's been a frustrating night offensively for Stillwater. That Bears defense has just been generating all kinds of havoc tonight for the Ponies. In the lane is get a 3-second violation called against White Bear Lake. Tim Pepper pretty much leapt up onto the court. Saw that in action. Final 2 minutes of this first half. As we'll get a foul called on Stillwater. So the offensive foul turns it over to the Bears with 1:40 to go in the half. And traveling back the other way, so the Bears turn it right back over. Robin Theory will check back in for the Ponies here in the final minute and a half plus. Inbound comes in for Sherman. Inside pass, a foul called on the floor, but it'll be a 1-and-1. That'll send Addie Bergstad to the line for a 1-and-1 with 1:26 to go in the half. Gets the first one. First foul on Freya Sanders for the Bears. Second one off glass and good.
No basket, late violation, Stillwater.
Work it for Wiesen. It's now in the far corner. Lob pass along the baseline. Nice feed inside for the bucket. First bucket of the night for Freya Sanders. Bears lead back to double digits with a minute to go in the half. Out of bounds, it was tipped by the Bears on the way out. Hartzell got a hand on it. Jacobs on the outside. Thury. A whistle before the lob pass. It'll be another turnover by the Ponies. Five-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. See how conservative or aggressive the Bears want to be. That three is blocked in the corner by Jacobs. And it went off the Bears to boot, so it'll end up a turnover. Ponies can hold for the last shot, down to 15 seconds to go in the half. Nice feed, Bergstad underneath, that was blocked. Menier came up with the block. Wiesen holding for the last shot, puts up the long three that goes off the top of the backboard. Good defensive sequence from the Ponies to end the first half as the Bears will take an 11-point lead into the locker room. 14 points for Chloe Wiesen in that first half. 5 points to lead the way for Addie Bergstad for the Ponies. We'll take a break. We'll have your first half stats and highlights on the other side here on SCC Sports. After the first half, it's White Bear Lake 25, Stillwater 14. A lot more to come.
Listen up, team. When I look around this room, I see a fighting team of brave antibodies. But the flu is coming in strong, so I won't sugarcoat it. I need each one of you on your A game. The good news is, Anthony, the human body we've been tasked to protect, just got his flu shot, which supplied us with brand new gear to defend against the flu. That's right, we've upgraded our game with this new equipment. They give you a little extra boost. So let's go fight for Anthony, for his mom, his co-workers, that nice lady Patricia that lives down the street with the cute dog. In the face of viral adversity, we make Anthony thrive so he can protect himself and the people he loves most. Are you with me? Yeah!
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
I never realized that I'd be taking care of a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old on my own. Sometimes as dads, I think we're too hard on ourselves. We get down on ourselves on not being able to, we're the providers, but we also have to learn to take care of ourselves. Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth. My daughter Isabella recently had a graduation into high school, and I got emotional because I saw pride in her eyes. I saw my daughter have her own self-love, and I saw the hard work of me being that dad 24/7 transferred to my teenage daughter. The word father means a lot to me. When I give my love to my children as a father, I can see it.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's, a master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I could not help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
My dad showcased a sense of love that I never had before. It felt like it was something that I've always wanted. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
We welcome you back here to White Bear Lake High School. The Bears riding 13 points from Chloe Thiessen and a stifling defensive effort to an 11-point lead here at the half. 25-14 the score. As we'll take a look at the stats and highlights from that first half. I'm Patrick Lilia with you on behalf of our entire SEC sports crew. It's been a good night for the Bears, especially in the defensive end. It's a 3 there for Chloe Thiessen. Kicked it out beyond the arc again. Another one. The Bears shot well from long range in that first half. Amelia Post also hitting from deep in that opening half as well. Good feed in the lane for Maddie Thompson. Is bucket there at the other end for Annika Sherman. Stillwater getting 5 points from Addie Bergstad, their leading overall scorer as well as game scorer tonight so far with 5. Even with the shot block there by the Ponies, Jacobs. Now a suffocating defensive effort. We don't really have the stats on hand per se, but a lot of turnovers forced by the Bears defensively. Just tough going inside the arc for Stillwater. One good thing for the Ponies is they're 10 for 11 at the line. Bears hitting those 4 threes in the first half. The Bears maybe get to the line a little more in the second half if they can keep their lead going, which they match their largest lead at 11, which they have here at the end of the first half. We're going to take a break here on SEC Sports. We'll have your second half coming up in about 3 minutes, and we'll be back on the other side.
Mom, did you really need to buy 2 can openers for our emergency kit?
I can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this? We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita.
Oh, man.
Well, good thing we kept all the lights we used for Diwali.
I've got the battery pack.
Keep my phone powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Sounds good.
Oh, we have to get to Mom and Dad's and get them somewhere safe. I've got the evacuation route loaded on my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got just what we need to get them to take this seriously.
If that doesn't convince them that we thought this through, I don't know what would.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Danny.
Danny! Laps.
Danny, we need to talk.
Danny! She's overdosing.
When no one else knows what to do, it's gotta be you. Carrying the lock zone, you could save a life.
Sit up, team. When I look around this room, I see a fighting team of brave antibodies. But the flu is coming in strong. The good news is, Anthony, the human we're tasked to protect, just got his flu shots, which supplied us with strong new gear to defend against the flu. So let's go fight for Anthony! Are you with me?
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. It was time for me to change my life and the lives of my family, so I went back and I got my high school diploma. That was the catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's, a master's, and I became a teacher.
Mom, this is your very first yearbook.
Your commitment to education motivates me, your coworkers, and your students.
You showed me that if you come from nothing, you can still be anything.
You told me I deserve to succeed. It's been 15 years, and I still live by that.
You're the model.
So we welcome you back in here, now underway in the second half from White Bear Lake High School. The Bears going right to left on your screen here in the second half. Good defense being played in the corner by Avery Newman as it'll work back out for Manier. Now Maddie Thompson kicking it back out. 10 to shoot as it's stolen away. And the Ponies will carry ahead as they get it for Matiski. Matiski off the glass, can't get it to go. Ponies looking for much better success inside. They had a really tough time solving the Bears on the interior in that first half. Cross-court pass, kicked out a three on the way for Thiessen. That's no good, but the rebound will be pulled in by Hartzell, and then a baseline two goes down for the first points of the second half for White Bear Lake. Ponies. Matiski. Matiski taking it back in the near corner. Sherman trying to work it inside Matiski. She'll drive the baseline, go off glass, can't get it to go. As Thiessen's got the rebound. Bounce pass into the lane for Hartzell. She's able to give it off for the bucket for Thiessen. Bears up 15 here early in the second half. Working into the lane for Bergstad as Bergstad trying to back down too strong on the layup. The rebound was pulled in by Menier. Bears working it into the paint as Hartzell will kick it out into the corner as Post. Good to see Post back out there after she took that scary fall, hit the bleachers as a three from the near corner. For Thiessen is good. She's got 19, and the Bears are up by 18. Timeout Stillwater here early in the second half. Well, Thiessen's already got a couple of buckets here in the second half, and the Bears threatening to take a strong hold of this one. They're up 18 now early in the second half. Bears score the first 7 coming out of the break. And we talked all night long about just what's been a stellar defensive effort from White Bear Lake. I'm sure some at home kind of gathering the Ponies only have 14 points, but there's really just been nothing working inside the arc for Stillwater this evening. Try to find something on the perimeter, and then as the shot clock is wound down, just out of desperation, trying to find something inside, and it just hasn't been there. Now the Bears, if they can keep up that defensive effort, they'll be in good position to pick up the win. If they hold on to win tonight, it will be their 3rd straight overall win over the Ponies, and they'll meet again later on in the season in Stillwater. Bergstad. Smatiski works it toward the far corner as Smatiski. Again, the Ponies just nothing doing inside. Smatiski kind of got that shadow double team on her. She's got the one player guarding her, but there's another one pretty much waiting if she tries to do anything. And here's a steal by Thiessen. Thiessen bounce pass and the finish in the paint. As the bucket for Thompson, who has 7. Ponies get it inside. Bergstad kicks it out beyond the arc for Theory as Theory got it into the paint. Bergstad pulled it down. She's fouled. She found a little space in the paint. They will give Bergstad the free throws. Post picks up the foul. That's the first of the second half for either team. First free throw doesn't get the friendly rattle. Bergstad came in averaging 13 points on the night. She just got the second one. She's got 6. Bears work into the front court with the basketball, now up by 19 as Post trying to drive the baseline into the paint, softly put off glass and not able to get it to go. Bergstad from the paint will kick it back out once again. Smatiski trying to drive the baseline. Can't get the short-range jumper to go from the side. Bears working the paint. Floater goes and the foul. Maddie Thompson hits the bucket and 1. Smatiski called for the foul. Thompson finishes the three-point play, and the Bears are up 22 with 14 minutes remaining in regulation. Theory She is double teamed in the corner, puts it up, and it's stolen. The Bears put it back the other way. Matiski able to come out with a steal the other way. Sherman. Into the lane, Matiski is fouled. Should be on the floor. She missed the shot anyway as the Ponies will inbound from the baseline. First foul, or second foul on the Bears here in the second half. Fury on the drive, too short on the layup. Thompson working the paint. Quick three on the way for Sanders, doesn't go. I beg your pardon, for Manier didn't go. But the offensive rebound was pulled in. We had a foul called on. It'll go on the Bears as Stillwater will inbound from underneath their basket. Sherman ahead into the front court with the basketball. Tried to get it inside. It was through the hands of Bergstad and stolen. In the lane for Thompson. She's tied up, able to come away with it. Thompson kicks it back out. And off glass, no good for Wiesen. Matiski. Into the corner as Sherman will work it back up for Matiski. Matiski trying to drive. She's triple teamed. Jump ball favors White Bear Lake. Just another example of the smothering defense that Matiski started the drive inside. He had three waiting for her. The Bears get the tie up and the basketball. It's post. Works it back out for Sanders. Trying to go back for Sanders inside. It's out of bounds. I'll say it's off Stillwater. Bears will inbound if they're able to get it in for Wiesen. Wiesen, jumper from the lane. Good. 21 now for Wiesen. Matches her season high. She recorded in mid-December. Quick trigger three on the way for the Ponies. That's no good. Ponies didn't take a lot of distance shots in that first half. Three the other way is good. Back at the other end, no good on the shot for the Ponies. It's loose on the floor. Setterlin hit the three a moment ago for the Bears. Post called for the foul. That'll be her third. Maddie Thompson with 10 in the game to go with the 21 for Wiesen. Pepper works it down to the baseline. Kicked back out beyond the arc, 10 to shoot. Pepper thought about the three, came inside, was triple teamed. Loose ball on the floor, able to be taken by the Bears on the steal. At the other end, Sanders had it blocked. Sherman. Pepper sets things up at the top of the arc. Along the baseline, a nice feed for Fury inside for Matiski cutting through the lane. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. Fourth team foul on the Bears. First free throw is good. I beg your pardon. That was Leah Perry who was fouled. She hits the first. Perry gets them both. Bears on top 42-17 with 10.5 minutes to go in the game. Sutherland will work it back out for Sanders. Sanders had it poked away, able to get it back. She works it. And a foul will be called on the Ponies. First team foul on Pepper, or first personal on Pepper, second Stillwater foul. The official giving a little bit of a warning to the Stillwater bench as pass knocked away toward the timeline. Is able to be recovered by Thompson. Thompson on the feet in the lane. Gets it to go as she's cutting through the paint. Pepper back beyond the arc. Quick trigger three on the way. That's too strong. Offensive rebound for Sherman. Ten seconds to shoot. A three on the way for Pepper. She hit it. Allie Pepper hits the long-range three. Now that's stolen as a little bit of a miscommunication on the cut and a foul the other way. Sherman will go to the line. Sherman can't get the first one to go. It's post in. Thiessen will come back in here for the Bears. Second one is good. Bears up 23 here as we approach the midpoint of the second half. Thiessen. Post pushes it into the lane. Thiessen, she'll take the three. Good. Thiessen's been good from range tonight. She's got 24. Theory will kick it back out. Trying to go back to Theory, off her hands, out of bounds, over to the Bears. Let's keep repeating the theme that's been there all night. There's just nothing happening inside for Stillwater. The smothering defense every possession when they try to get it inside the paint. Into the lane for Thompson. Thompson will kick it back out. Three is good. As Herzl hits the three. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. As a three the other way for Sherman is no good. An offensive rebound in the lane. And that kid doesn't go, but Sherman comes up with another rebound. She's fouled. Sixth team foul on the Bears as the foul goes on Herzl. one to go.
With 15 for 2, checks in for Stillwater. And breaks number 14.
Second free throw good. Bears up by 28 with 7:45 remaining here in the game. That'll be off a foot of the kicked ball. It'll be inbounded by White Bear on the near sideline. Timeout, White Bear Lake with 7:40 to go in the game as the Bears look to be in control, up 50 to 22. 24 points in the game for Chloe Wiesen, her season high. 12 points for Maddie Thompson. Couple of Ponies with 6. Leah Perry and Addie Bergstad with 6 apiece to lead Stillwater. Take a look at some of the highlights from Wiesen's season high point night. Wiesen shot it well from outside the arc. She's hit 4 threes in the game. Another one right there in the second half. .24 surpasses her season high of 21 that she had back in mid-December at Champlin Park. Wiesen works it for Post. Three on the way is good for Manier. Bears continue to add to their lead. Up by 31. Sherman drives, can't get it to go. Ponies come up with the offensive rebound. As in the lane, Matiski. Foul on the floor as Matiski on her back. That'll be on Post, I think, the foul. Beg your pardon, it'll go on Peterson. That'll be her third. There's a 1-and-1 for Matiski at the line. She gets the first one. First point of the night for Matiski. Can't get it to go, but Bergstad's got the offensive rebound. She's got 3 on her in the lane. She's able to put it home. A rare bucket in the paint for Stillwater this evening, and they come away with 1 free throw and then 2 points off the offensive rebound. It's Post. Feeds it back toward the free throw line. Thompson with 10 to shoot. We've got a traveling called on Maddie Thompson at the top of the circle. Work it inside. Bergstad kicks it back out. Now Bergstad backing down in the lane, able to make a move and get the bucket. 10 now for Bergstad, the first Pony in double figure. That was almost an over and back on the Bears. 3 on the way from the corner. Splashes down for Manier. Manier now with 9 points on the night. Matiski works back outside the arc. Matiski spins. Nice little Euro step, and then she's got the bucket. Traveling back the other way. We'll turn it over to Stillwater with 5:14 to go. The Bears in firm control of the game, up by 27. Really, it's been that way from the beginning for the Bears. Sherman got to the free throw line, gives it off for Bergstad. Bergstad throws it out beyond the arc for Matiski. Matiski is fouled. She doesn't get the bucket, but she'll go back to the line. Foul is on Thompson. That's her second. Matiski can't get the first one to fall. 8th team foul on White Bear Lake here in the second half. Second one doesn't go either. Rebound able to be corralled and then put down for the bucket. Bergstad comes up with the offensive board and the bucket. She's got 12. Into the front court, Bergstad comes up with the steal. Contact outside on the baseline. No foul on the play. It's thrown out of bounds. Timeout Stillwater with 4:25 left. As we take a look again at the standings, both teams coming in 2-4 in conference play. Yes, I beg your pardon. Bears looking to pick up the win tonight. They've lost 5 out of 6, so it certainly feel good for White Bear to pick up the big win tonight, which they're well on their way toward doing. Coming up next for White Bear Lake, they'll be at Roseville. That'll be Wednesday night this coming week. The last game of the week for the Bears. Then they'll have a few days off before they hit the road out to Stillwater Wednesday night. Bears look to break the press as they come into the front court. Kicked out beyond the arc as Thompson into the lane. No, second chance and the foul. Oh, Herzl on the putback and one. Herzl didn't get it to go the first time, got her own rebound. Foul went on Annika Sherman, her first of the night. As both teams getting some different faces on the floor as we work our way toward the end of this one. 4:07 left, and the Bears well on their way to the win tonight. Free throw no good. Rebound Bergstad. Sherman, Matiski out of the near corner. To the free throw line, Bergstad kicks it out beyond the arc. Matiski into the paint. Matiski backing things down is fouled as she went to the underhand layup. She'll go back to the line. Ponies have done a better job at getting to the line here in the second half. They did a pretty good job, actually, of getting to the line in the first half. They had 11 free throws. First one no good.
One.
Second one off the back rim, no good. As the rebound was pulled in by Theory. Jump ball favors the Ponies. Marin Peterson back in for the Bears. Inside for Theory, can't get it to go. As Thiesen's got the rebound. It's Amelia Post kicking it back out beyond the arc. In the paint, off glass, no. Thiesen gets her own rebound and a foul in the lane. Bergstad picks up her second. That's just the fourth Stillwater foul of the half. So the Bears will inbound. Comes in for Post in the lane. Nice bounce pass trying to get it streaking for Thompson. Cross court pass now works back into the lane. Is being tied up is Setterland. Jump ball favors the Bears. Inbound comes in for Post. We approach 3 minutes to go, 5 to shoot. Post working the baseline, has to get it up, can't get it to go. Shot clock violation. This time they don't let it go, and Stillwater will inbound. Kind of think way back in the first half, let the Ponies just roll with it on a play that probably would have been whistled 50-50 of the time on a shot clock violation. Sanders kicks it back out. Post for three off the front rim. Rebound tap toward Post as we'll get a foul call as she was hit outside the arc by Sherman. Second on Sherman, fifth Stillwater team foul. Bears will get some of those fresh faces into the game with the result pretty much in hand. Loose ball on the floor picked up by the Ponies. It's Rupp who comes into the front court with it. 2:25 remaining. Bears up by 27. In the paint, can't get it to go is Pepper as the Bears come up with the rebound. Trying to get it in the lane, it's out of bounds. Go over to the Ponies. Beg your pardon, they'll call a foul. It sounded like. Ponies carry ahead into the front court. Nice defense to tip that one away by Peterson. Pepper trying to drive, but she's stood up on the baseline. A foul will be called. Well, the White Bear crowd not happy about that call. It's in the double bonus. So the Ponies here with 1:57 left. And the first free throw is no good. Second one is good. Pushed into the paint by Abigail DeWitt. Off glass and the bucket as the Bears bench thrilled for Hayden Law, who gets the bucket. Into the paint, unable to get it to go was Perry. Long pass back to the other end, that'll be through the hands and out of bounds. Left off for Rupp. Perry will kick it out beyond the arc for Pepper. Pepper driving the lane, fouled. And she'll go to the line for 2. The minute 6 left. That was on Alexa Paradise. She picks up her second foul. Second one good. There's double teamed in the backcourt. We'll get a foul called on the Ponies. Sixth foul on the Ponies. Now under a minute to go in the game. The Bears are going to come away with the big win at home. They'll go to 500 at home on the season. DeWitt kicks it out beyond the arc. Double teamed on the baseline, tried to get it back, it was stolen. Blocked at the other end. And the Bears bench all smiles once again on the blocked shot. .33 seconds remaining in the game. Pepper will take the arcing 3, no good. Still loose on the floor. Jump ball will favor Stillwater. Now the Bears will ride that stifling defensive effort to a win here at home tonight. Lane for Theory. Theory fouled under the basket. Earl Leamoya called for the foul. First free throw is no good for Theory. Second one no good. Bears have the rebound. Shot clock is turned off as they gain midcourt. Kicked back out by Leamoya. 3 on the way from the corner is no good. Put back no good. And we'll get a jump ball with 5.1 left. The Bears will inbound one more time. In the lane off glass, no. Put back at the buzzer is good. As the Bears will finish things out for the 62-34 victory. They got 24 points tonight from Chloe Thiessen and a stellar defensive effort. That's what we've talked about all night long, is just how good that Bears defense was inside. The Stillwater nothing doing inside the arc. As White Bear Lake wins it 66-34 the final. As we'll take a look at the highlights from this one for you as the Bears come up with the 32-point victory. As Thiessen did it both inside and outside tonight for her 24-point night, a season high for Chloe Thiessen. Thiessen coming up with the steal there. It's a snapshot of how good the White Bear Lake defense was. And then she's got the assist at the other end for Maddie Thompson, who had 12 points tonight for White Bear Lake. Another highlight for Thompson, that floater from the lane. victory there for Pepper for Stillwater, but it just wasn't enough tonight for the Ponies. Good effort for Herzl there on the getting her own rebound and the putback. Here are the final stats for you. Ponies got to the line a lot tonight, 31 times. Bears hit those 10 threes, and that helps pave the way to a White Bear Lake win tonight by a final score of 66-34. Now the Bears beat Stillwater for the third straight time. Going back to last season, they split the regular season meetings and the Bears won the section matchup. And then the Bears tonight pick up the win in their first of 2 regular season meetings this season, as they will meet again in February in Stillwater. That'll be February 12th. That's a Thursday night when the Bears make the trip out to Stillwater to take on the Ponies for their second meeting of the season, as the Ponies will look for a little bit of measure of payback against the Bears. The Bears beat Stillwater for the third straight time overall, both regular season and section meetings, by a final score of 66-34. A huge night for Chloe Thiessen with 24 points. But really the star of the night, and we've talked about it the whole night, was that Bears defense. Numerous turnovers forced and just nothing going for Stillwater inside the three-point line. They couldn't shoot it from the outside. They couldn't get anything going on the inside. A stifling defensive effort for White Bear Lake gets them the win tonight by the final of 66-34. So we'll wrap it up from here on behalf of our entire SCC Sports crew. I'm Patrick Lilia. It's been wonderful to be with you tonight. The Bears get the big win at home in conference over Stillwater. 66-34 the final. Everybody in the house loving it tonight for the Bears. We'll catch you next time from an arena near you.